girl gives pen to her disabled father to sign here. She places the file in front of him, and the disabled man signs. She gives the file to the maid standing behind, who says she will keep it safe. The girl says, "Okay." The girl moves closer to her disabled father, takes off his glasses and says, "Now all the property is mine." The maid goes to the lawyer and tells him she has been cheated. He asks, "What?" The maid gives the file to the lawyer and says that the girl cheated her father. The lawyer looks at the file and says, "This is a great injustice." The lawyer says, "Keep the file with you. When the time comes, we will deal with it. When that girl tries to sell the property, come to me." Then the maid leaves. The lawyer is in league with the daughter. The maid brings a briefcase and tells the disabled man's daughter, "Take care of this." She takes the briefcase. When she opens the briefcase, there is a lot of money in it. She is surprised to see the money. The disabled man's daughter tells the maid not to tell anyone. The daughter gives the briefcase to her disabled father and leaves the house with his wheelchair. A little further on, she stops the wheelchair and tells her father, "Listen to me." Her father turns his neck towards the girl. The girl takes off her bag and puts it aside. The father says, "If you are with me, I feel no pain." The girl says, "I am with you." The girl opens the door, and her friend is standing outside. He says, "You finished all the work." The girl says, "Why did you come?" "I was just about to do all the work." The girl says, "You go, someone will see." The girl closes the door. The girl pushes her father forward with the wheelchair. The father asks, "Who was that?" The girl says, "Oh, someone just knocked on the door." After a while, there is another knock on the door. The girl opens the door. The girl says, "You?" The maid says, "Yes. I know all your plans." The daughter says, "You can't harm me, and get out of here." The maid says, "I'm telling the police all your plans." The son comes and hugs his father. The son says, "I am sorry, I couldn't give you time." The daughter is arguing with her brother. Meanwhile, the disabled man gets up and reaches there. The daughter gets up, worried, and says, "You are well?" He says, "I was fine. I've recognized the faces of my children. Who among them is sincere with me?" The daughter says, "How much I served you." He says, "I know how you served me." The man's son and the maid know the whole truth. The father says, "Get out of my house. There is no place for you to live here." The girl says, "Don't do this. Where will I go?" His son says, "Get out quickly, or I will call the police." The man says, "Get out of here." The girl leaves. Never betray your family. It can break your home. If you like our video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel.